We're going to see how good this lighting is. Hopefully this works out. Okay, it looks like we're good. Okay, so welcome to my new settings. So I'm going to see, might have to adjust the screen a couple times just to make sure. All right, welcome to another Tuesday Crux Dynamic Circuit. Good news is that next week I'll be seeing you guys in person. So I am not going to be doing these classes live stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays because I have so many classes in person that I'm going to be doing. So hopefully I will see you guys there. It's going to be really exciting. Yay. All right. So if you participated in my last couple workouts, I threw some different things in the beginning, and we're going to do that again. So if you are feeling super energized right now, then awesome. This is just going to give you more energy. And if you are not, hopefully this will help that. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little working in exercise, and we're going to do it for about 4 minutes. And all we're going to do is close our eyes. We're going to focus on this one exercise. We're going to breathe, and then hopefully we're going to be bringing some energy into our bodies for the workout that we're about to do. And joining me today is my other half, Taylor. So this is exciting because we have another person to go through it with. All right, so I'm going to just make sure we can see. All right, this looks good. I think I might adjust it slightly. So we're going to find a spot. You can sit down or you can stand. My only thing, if you are sitting, is that you're able to sit nice and upright. So if you have a yoga block or something that you can pick up the butt with so it lifts you up a little bit, by all means use that. If you're in this position and you feel really hunched and you're not able to really sit upright, then we're going to go ahead and stand while we do this. So for this, all we're doing is we're sitting here and we're just going to be breathing with our eyes closed. We're going to do it alternating nostrils. So we are going to plug one side of the nose with our thumb. We're going to take an inhale through the other side, and then we're going to plug the other side as we exhale through that opposite side, and then inhale through that same side, exhale through the other. So we're just alternating back and forth. We're going to go nice, slow inhales and exhales. And we're looking for somewhere in the 4 to 6 second range with the inhales and exhales. So again, we're going to do this for 4 minutes. And I encourage you to do this with your eyes closed. Really pay attention to the breath. And we will go from there. All right. Whew. Hopefully you're able to really focus in on some breathing there. And that theoretically stimulated our nervous system so that we're actually cultivating the energy that we're now going to use for our workout. So we're going to stand up. We're going to go through a little warm-up series here. So step back a little bit. We're going to find a nice wide squat position. You're going to unlock your knees. We're going to stick our hips back for a nice stretch in our hamstrings. And then we're going to pull ourselves down into a squat. And if you need to adjust your feet from here, maybe you're a little bit tight, you need to go wider with your feet. We're going to put the left hand down. We're going to reach overhead with our right arm. And then exhale back down. Reach overhead with the left. And back down. Find your nice squat position and stand. We're going to do a few more of those. So hinging forward. Pulling down into the squat. Inhale to reach up overhead. Exhale down. Inhale to reach the other side. And exhale down. Find your nice squat position before you stand. We're going to do 3 more of those. Hinging first. Down. Last one. All right. The next thing we're going to do, we're going to interlace our fingers. Feet are going to just be underneath the hips. We're going to unlock the knees. We're going to start with a nice inhale. Then we're going to exhale as we round forward. And then inhale to pull back, punch that chest through. Exhale forward. Get 2 more. Last one. gonna get some neck figure eights. So we're going to look down our left shoulder, then we're gonna look up, then we're gonna look down at our right shoulder, then we're gonna look up, and then back down to the left shoulder. We're gonna go through that path, smoothing it out into a figure eight. Get a couple more that direction. Last one. And then let's switch directions. Let's go one more. All right. Arms are out to the side. We're gonna go 10 small circles forward. And then we'll go 10 small circles backward. And then let's go forward, big circles. And go backward, big circles. Two more. All right. We're going to walk ourselves out into a plank. We're going to find a nice stable position here. We're tucking our tailbone. We're going to go 20 shoulder taps. If you need to go down to your knees, that's okay. After you get 20, you're going to walk yourself back. We're going to go one more inchworm out into a plank. Then let's do 5 push-ups. So if you can do them from your toes, awesome. If you need to drop down to your knees, just make sure you're tucking that tailbone, screwing those hands into the ground, making sure your chest goes all the way to the ground. And walking all the way back up to standing. All right. So the workout we have today is going to be 3 rounds of work. And we're going to have 7 exercises that we're going through before we get a rest. And then we'll go into the second and third round. So we have 30 seconds of work for each exercise. And we're going to get 10 seconds of transition time between each exercise. So we really don't have rest in between each one. We just have time to just get to the next movement. So it's going to be really fast. So again, we're going to go 7 exercises. It's actually only 6. One of them is just single-sided, so you get 1 round on each leg. And then we'll get about a minute of rest between each of the 3 rounds. So we're going to go through each of the exercises to make sure everybody's on point here. And we will go from there. And actually, before we add any weight, 2 of the movements are going to be some lunging patterns. So what we are going to do first is we're going to go for 10 lateral lunges, just body weight. So we're going to find a nice wide stance. We're going to come over into one side. We're going to make sure that the knee is not going inward, tracking over the toes here. We're going to go back and forth, 5 each leg. And then we're going to go 10 reverse lunges, 5 each leg. So all of these exercises, except for one, can be done body weight. The one that you're gonna want something weighted for is gonna be a deadlift. So you're gonna need at least something to deadlift. And then everything else, if you wanna do body weight, you can. If you wanna add some weight, you can do that. You'll be holding in goblet position for most of them. So we're gonna go through each of the exercises. We're gonna have a chance to do a few reps, and then we'll actually get started. So the first one is the split squat. So if you, I'm not gonna show you with weight. So if you wanna do this body weight, there's a couple of different options that you have. So you can just do a reverse lunge, find this position, and then you're coming back up and down, okay? If you have something like a chair or a box or a bench, and you want to elevate that reverse leg, like Taylor's doing here, that option is going to make it a little bit more challenging. So if you don't want to use weight, you want to make it a little more challenging, that can be a good way to do it. So if you do have your foot elevated, I want you to make sure that you're getting this back knee pretty low to the ground, because it's really easy to elevate your leg and then only just get some shallow depth. Let's do a couple where you're not going straight down. So if you elevate your leg and you do this, you might as well just do them from the floor, because you're not getting any extra range of motion, which is the point of getting your leg elevated. So we're going to do one round on one side, one round on the other. If you want to use weight, you're just going to hold something in the goblet position. You could have, if you have 2 weights, you could hold dumbbells at your side or something like that, if that's something you have access to. The next one is going to be the butterflies. So that one, let me see how far back I need to get. So we're going to be face down on the ground for this one. And there's a couple of options here. So option number 1 is the easiest option. And you're going to be down on the ground, forehead on your hands, and your tailbone is going to be tucked underneath you, and your sternum is going to be pinned to the ground. So your chest is going to be to the ground, your forehead's laying down, and then all you're doing is you're lifting those elbows as high as you can. So what you should feel in that is you're feeling those shoulder blades pulling together and coming apart. Okay? To make that one a little bit more challenging, you're gonna have your arms out in front of you at a 45-degree angle. And the goal here is to keep them at this same angle the whole time and not let them come back into this position. So we're forward here, our chin is a little bit tucked. The same position applies everywhere else. So tailbone is tucked, chest is on the ground, and we're just raising our arms from here and really trying to avoid coming back into this position, trying to stay in place. So if you find you can't stay in place with your arms, you might need to regress back to having your forehead resting on your hands and just getting your elbows as high as you can. Next up, we've got the lateral lunge with a rotation. So we're back into that one position. We come into a lunge. So if I'm lunging over into my right leg here, I'm going to rotate to the opposite side. Then I'm going to switch, rotate, switch, rotate. So if you have weight, you're going to be holding it in a goblet position as you do this movement. Okay? Gonna do here. The rotation doesn't need to be that dramatic, depending on how much mobility you have. You may be able to get pretty far. If you don't have a lot of mobility, you may only get a little bit of movement. That's okay. The next one is going to be the sumo deadlift / squat. So the deadlift and the squat are pretty similar. The deadlift, you stick your butt back a little bit more. The squat, your butt's a little more down. So for this, we're doing a deadlift in that we're picking the weight up off the ground. Seems you can't see that. But we're in this nice wide position. So we're wider than how we would squat normally, okay? Then we're coming down, shoulders are pulled back. We're squatting down to get this weight, and we're standing it up. Squatting it down, standing it up. So it's kind of a hybrid between the squat and the deadlift, right? All right. The next one, I'm doing these out of order. The next one actually that I'm going to do is not the next one on the list when we go through, but the push-up is in there. So a couple of things to keep in mind on the push-up. I really want you to make sure that you are in a nice solid position, no matter whether you're on your knees or if you're doing an incline push-up from a box or something. So the things that I want you to pay attention to is when you're in this plank position, I want you to make sure that your tailbone is tucked, so the glutes are going in nice and tight, and then your hands are screwed into the ground. So the right hand is going to screw in clockwise, left hand is going to screw in counterclockwise, and we're pushing from there. So if you need to drop your knees down, still making sure the same is there, tuck the tailbone, dropping from that position. If either of those are too hard for you or too challenging, it's not available, that range of motion, to get your chest all the way to the ground, then I want you to make sure you're doing those push-ups from an elevated surface. So I really want you to get your chest to touch whatever object you're going for. The last exercise we've got is the Russian twist. So this one you can do without weight if you don't have anything or if you don't want to. Totally up to you. We're going to lean back. Feet are elevated a little bit. We're just going to rotate from side to side. Nice and slow and in control. If you have a weight, dumbbell, you can hold it, touch it to the ground, nice and slow. The goal here is not to go back and forth as fast as we possibly can. All right, so those are all the exercises. I'm going to remind you of what comes next. I'm going to adjust this one more time. See how many times I can adjust the screen in one video. And we're going to go 3 rounds, 30 seconds of work, 10 seconds of transition. So it starts on the split squats. We'll start on one leg, and then we'll switch to the next. We'll go from there. All right, get my timer up. Okay. We are going to start in 3 seconds. You can start on whatever leg you want and go. 30 seconds. All right, 10 seconds to transition to that other side. Go. And switch to the butterflies. Face down on the ground. And switch. Lateral lunges. 2, 1, go. And switch. Push-ups are next. 2, 1, go. And switch. We've got the deadlifts next. Remember, you're finding a position that's wider than your squat stance. And go. And switch. Russian twists. 2, 1, go. If you feel tired and you can't hold your feet up, you can rest heels down on the ground. And time. All right, got a minute of rest. We're starting back at the same thing with the split squats. Grab some water. That was our warm-up round. So determine if you want to use the same weights or if you want to go down in weight, if you want to go up in weight. Whatever works best for you. All right. 30 more seconds. We've got 15 seconds. We're starting back at the split squats. Whichever leg you started on, we're going to start on that same leg again. All right. We've got 3 seconds. 2, 1, and go. And switch sides. Two, 1, go. Butterflies are next. 2, 1, go. And rest. Switching to the lateral lunges. 2, 1, and go. Rotating to the opposite side, making sure that your knee is still tracking over your toes. And switch, push-ups. 2, 1, go. Screw those hands into the ground. Tuck that tailbone. Make sure your chest is getting all the way down. And switch. Got the deadlifts. Nice wide stance. And go. And switch, Russian twist, then we get a nice break. And go. Remember, if you feel low back pain, if you feel too fatigued, you need to drop those heels down, please do so. And time. All right, we've got another minute of rest. And we're one more round. All right. Making sure that on this last round, you're not losing your form. If you notice that a movement is not as good as it was on that first round, maybe move a little slower. Maybe you don't use as much weight. Please be mindful. Got about 30 seconds to go. Starts back at the split squats. Ten seconds. Right. 3. And go. switch to the butterflies. Go. And switch to the lateral lunge. 3, 2, 1, go. And switch. Push-ups. 2, 1, go. Screw those hands in. Chest all the way down. And switch to the sumo deadlifts. 2, 1, go. And switch for the last round of Russian twists. 2, 1, go. And time. All right. Hopefully broke out in a little bit of a sweat. We started with some breathing. We're going to end with some breathing, just like we always do. I wouldn't want to have you miss out on this wonderful thing that I put at the end of every class. So we're going to either lay down or stand, whatever is most comfortable for you. We're going to have our feet bent, our legs bent, and we're going to have one hand on our belly. We're going to have one hand on our chest. We're going to breathe in and out through our nose. And when we inhale, we're going to look to expand our belly outward. And when we exhale, we're looking to draw that belly button in towards the spine. Okay, so if you're laying down, you're just going to let gravity pull that in. You're going to suck your belly in a little bit more on the exhale, and then letting it rise like a balloon. So we're going to go through this 10 times, laying down or standing. All right, go ahead and inhale, letting that belly rise. And then exhale as you pull your belly button all the way in towards your spine. We're going to do 9 more that same way. Inhale, belly up. Exhale, belly button toward the spine.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, something that y'all might, or you want?
All right. That is all that I have for you today. And hopefully I will see you on Monday or Tuesday or Thursday or Friday or all of the above next week. Super looking forward to it. And that's all. All right. Hope you guys enjoy your Tuesday. Farewell.